So I think it's really nice if you see little girls like have dreams, like, you know, because I believe I can do it,
Yeah.
and I will do whatever I need to do. Like,
Hello everybody, I'm so happy that I have here my dear guest, and we talk about women empowerment, and I will introduce first um, Alondra Tayde Vijigas Bihar.
yeah,
Am I right?
yes, right.
Okay. She's my colleague at Konos GmbH in Munich, and I'm just wondering also when we were in the office, what our topics, our similar topics, or what really build our ring, and it is all about women empowerment. And we we have different cultures. We are in different cultures. She is from Mexico and studied business, international business, and I just want to also to know what are her insights about women empowerment. As I grew up in the Philippines, I also have another insight and perspective, although I am already about 31 years in Germany. So there are lots of meanings of women empowerment, but I just want to know from Tayde, um, why women empowerment is so relevant to you, and what does it mean to you?
Well, it's relevant to me because, well, I've been growing in a culture a little bit different about women
Mm-hmm.
role in the society. So I think now it's important to teach our girls
Mm.
or people in general that now women can make their own decisions,
Mm-hmm. Yes.
and the decisions now have to be respect, you know, like
Yeah.
now we are in control of our lives and our decisions. So I want to start like this belief or this, how do you say, yeah, like this movement about being heard in this society now.
And this is really very important and relevant also to my advocacy about self-love,
Mm-hmm.
because self-love, as we know that I am a Catholic and
Mm-hmm.
I believe in God, and as a children of God, we are limitless.
Mm-hmm.
We have the capability of reaching the stars or reaching our dreams,
Yeah.
whatever it is, because we have the ability and capability.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the pillars of self-love is self-development, is empowering you, believing in you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. And can you tell me about the voice, about that the every child or every girl must know now that they have a voice? Is there any, you know, is this is a topic
Mm-hmm.
in Mexico?
Yeah, nowadays it is because in Mexico we still have to work a lot in women empowerment.
Okay.
You know, there are things that are changing,
Yes.
good in a good way, but we are still lots of work to do. It's still,
Mm.
and I think it's important for them to learn that since they are children, like since they are
Yes.
kids,
Yeah.
because they can grown up with this belief like attached to them, you know, like to be part of their personality. If you teach a little girl that she is important, the things that she's saying it are important as well, or
Mm-hmm.
they are be considerate, or they are whatever they are saying, it's something relevant.
Mm-hmm.
they will they won't be afraid to talk, you know, they won't be afraid to try new things, they won't be afraid to dream high, to say
Yeah.
like I want to, when I grow up I want to be whatever I want. They won't be afraid of that if we teach them now. So that's why I would like to start, uh, you know, like oh no, start, because there are a lot of women doing this in Mexico already. They
Yeah.
have done a really good job, and but I would like to also
To
teach,
contribute.
exactly, to contribute to this movement. So I think it's really nice if you see little girls like have dreams, like, you know, because I believe I can do it,
Yeah.
and I will do whatever I need to do. Like I will learn, I will study hard, I will apply, I will do be disciplined to make it possible. So
Yes.
it's to give them self confidence. You know, it's more about like to self-esteem, to encourage them to have a really good self-esteem, to not be afraid of what they are,
Yes.
and to make them believe on the dreams. I think that's really important.
And if you are talking now about the little girls that are
Mm-hmm.
growing up, so I think the family is already the foundation of who we are. Uh, you know, the foundation of our values, the foundation of our thinking and our belief.
Yeah.
So I'm really addressing this to all family, to all the parents you that you have the responsibility
Yeah.
of molding the principles, the values of your children.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, because there, when you are a kid, your
Mm.
parents, your family, brother, siblings are your first touch in this with social, you know, interaction.
Interaction, yeah.
So whatever you learn in your family, it's something that you believe is true. You
Yes,
know.
and I really give you this, credit because when nowadays we are talking about women empowerment,
Yeah.
and when I was growing up, it is not really a question of me
Mm-hmm.
because it was given in the family. Our family really fight for equality,
Mm-hmm.
fight for human rights, fight for justice in the community.
Mm.
And I was growing up knowing that I could I could participate in any discussion, whatever it is, whether it is politics, whether it's about economy, when I was a girl.
Yeah.
So we are our parents or our family, the relatives, we were the we are expected to participate even if we are a kid.
Mm-hmm.
And I could imagine, I remember that I was participating ever since when I was 5 because it was just the culture of the
Yeah.
family. So when I going back also, when I looking back,
Mm-hmm.
I can also see that there are lots of my aunts who were really managing their own business. Even, for example, my other uncle, he was a chief of police
Mm-hmm.
in this one of the cities, big cities in the Philippines. But his wife has his own business and dealing with this. And I had an aunt who was a dean of chemistry department in one
Yeah.
of the prestigious universities in the Philippines. So for me growing up, it's not I could not think about that someone will told me that you have the power because
Yeah.
our family itself is empowering us, or I learned it from them,
Yeah.
from the uncles, from the aunts, by my parents. Yeah.
That's why it's really important to grow up in this kind of in this health
Yeah.
family
Yeah.
environment, because it's health. Like, why they shouldn't tell you the others, the
Yeah.
you know, other thing, like you cannot do it, why not? Like
Yes.
that's not really a reason. So that's really important for children to grow up in a really uh, health environment. You
Yeah.
know, like for me it was kind of the same. Like I didn't have any problem with my parents about like going to study or work or
Mm.
like living abroad, like
Yes.
here so far away. And that helped me a lot to believe that I can do whatever I want to, because I was never restricted. I was never
Yes.
like, no, you cannot say this because this, you don't know. Like I have never been in that position. But and that's really good, like,
Mm-hmm.
because you grown up, like, you know, like this is normal. Why I have
Yeah.
to not speak up about things that I want to say? And yeah, women empowerment sounds like very drastic thing, but it's about women to have the right to make their own decisions, you know. And it's in
Yes.
it this shouldn't exist if families like yours
Yes.
just treat their kids like you are right. You have
Yeah,
a voice.
you have a voice, and
You have your opinions, and they are taking account in this family. We are
and
listening to you, and I
yeah,
think it's really really
and
important.
they are really, they consider this as serious.
Yeah,
They treat this as serious.
yeah,
But
that's
even, I don't know, maybe it is also a cultural issues, a
mm-hmm.
cultural structure that, or yeah, maybe it's also a result of the modernization,
Yeah,
that the women should, because growing up the girls, like this fancy world,
mm-hmm.
and it could be that other girls just live with this fancy world, that
Mm-hmm.
they are like princesses, and they're just stuck in this role. And it
Yeah,
should not be that, although we also have fantasy, but it should be that they should know their self-worth, actually.
yeah,
uh, and going back to my advocacy, learning self-love is really a key,
yeah,
because
definitely.
if you love yourself and you know that you are limitless, and all this women empowerment is not really the question, or and not an issue anymore, because you have
Definitely.
it in your inner core.
Yeah, definitely. It's very important to teach them about self-esteem. You
Yes,
know, to
this
say,
is self-value.
yeah, exactly. To teach them to know what they want, what they
Mm,
don't want, the likes and dislikes or whatever, and they will grown up like with really self-love. Like, I don't like this, and I will respect that,
yeah,
and that, I mean, it sounds like a really small thing, but it says a lot about self-esteem and self-love. When you
yes,
respect your principles, you respect your opinions,
yes,
and you are like, how do you say, like, you believe truly where you are, who you are, especially, and it's like, if someone tells you you cannot do that, but you know yourself, you love yourself, you can say like, yes, I can do it, I can do it,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
it's,
It's just like, unfortunately, not all people are courageous enough,
yeah,
to defend what they believe.
yeah,
And there's also some pressures in the family, within the family, and even within society. There are always pressures. And in the Philippines, we say that at the end of the day, there are only few people who really excel,
mm-hmm.
because it needs discipline and strength.
Yeah,
Your
definitely,
character must be so strong that you overcome all the obstacles.
yeah,
Yeah.
definitely,
So there are also topics, because we talk about your culture in Mexico, and I cannot say anything a lot, because I already live in Germany for 31 years.
mm-hmm.
So maybe the Philippines that I knew before is not existing anymore, because through globalization, culture also our culture also has changed.
Yeah,
Yes, but we have a common topic. When also it comes in Germany, they were always talking about women empowerment and the higher position,
mm-hmm.
that they should have, they should be given equality,
Mm-hmm.
and positioning women, especially on the top, level.
Mm-hmm.
What can you say about that?
I would say like, I feel like women can make it, you know,
Yes.
but they have to prove all the time that they can make it. Like, it's
Mm-hmm.
very double job. It's like they have to be prepared, and then they have to try to convince the other ones that they can do it. Like,
Yes.
it's a really full-time job to do, because they are capable, I know that. But for
Mm-hmm.
that, you have to be prepared. You
Yes.
have to have experience. You have to update, or you have to be like in the daily business, to know what are you
Yeah.
doing. But I think so. It's also very a full-time job, because there is this thing about be head of a team or a
Yeah.
company, but it's also decided when you have a family, you know.
Yes.
So when you want to have a family, you get married, you have children or something.
Mm-hmm.
It's also this part of your other life.
Yes.
And something that I see very common in women having this really big high position is like
Yes.
they have to split, in the family and the job.
Yes, because life is always a decision.
Yeah.
Yes. And they may say that you can balance it, but the more you are in the higher position, the more loner you are,
Yeah.
because the competition is very tough. And of course, women are capable of doing this, but we cannot force people or women to say, okay, you have to go there.
Definitely
As
no.
I've said before, only the stronger one will
Yeah.
excel in all areas,
Yeah, of course.
in all areas. So I don't believe that, we have to say, okay, will be a women quote or a quota for this, that in
No,
every
not at all.
company there should be a percentage of the women on the top position, because as you said, if you are a mother, you really have also a heart for your family.
Yeah.
And it's just everything you do, you have to pay the price. And this is really very, I'm very pragmatic, because I was there in the second level of management. And this is really very tough, because every time I was there, I was the only woman on the top. And this is Germany. And I'm, competing with not competing, but working with the German colleagues. So it's just always a decision. And everything you do, there are always a price. And the thing is that not many women, although they are capable of doing that,
Yeah, definitely.
are not willing to pay the price.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So I don't believe in you have to have this quota to, a certain percentage of women. Stop it.
No, it shouldn't be the case. I mean, the bad thing about this thing about
Yeah.
creating a quote for a
Yeah.
workplace to have a percentage of women working there was the thing that they were women capable,
Yes.
very well skilled to do
Yeah.
certain job, but just for the thing or the fact that they're women, they didn't want to take them. But it's
Yeah.
not. It should be also the case that just because you're a woman, you're gonna get the job. It's not. It's because you are capable.
Capable. Yeah.
It doesn't matter the gender. Like you can have like 4 women candidates and 4 men candidates, but if this woman was better than the other guy, okay, then get it the job. If was this guy better than the woman, get him the job. I mean, the thing is just to women be also considered in the same level of the other candidates.
Yes.
Not just because you want to cover as a company, you want to
You to
cover
a
a code.
quota. No, it's
It's not
not.
about that.
That's the case. But I always defend on equality, whether it's regardless of the gender.
Yeah, exactly.
So if the woman is capable of doing certain job, we must give this position to the woman.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't like or support inequality in any discussions.
Yeah.
So I maybe it, or certainly it was happening that because of the gender they just prefer men, but it should not be the case. But just trying to to give a position to a woman to to meet the requirements of
Yeah.
the government or the requirements of the society.
The laws and so on.
No,
Yeah.
I don't also support this kind
No.
of of a decision.
No, no, no.
So women empowerment should be encouraged, should be promoted, in the sense that women should have the sense of self-worth, in the sense that they should know that they are capable of, or capable of making their own choice in life,
Exactly. Yeah.
in the sense that they know that they have the power to change the society, to lead, also to lead this change.
Yeah.
And whatever this thing that they like to do, they are capable of this, as I said, we are the children of God and we are limitless.
Yeah, exactly. It's yeah, that's what you say, like women empowerment. It's just to, for example, just very simple. Nowadays we see it very normal, but yeah, back in the days, like women can vote, for
They
example.
could not vote.
So
Yeah,
when they say, like, now women are allowed to vote, there was women empowerment, because
yeah,
they can make their decisions about who is better, who's not, and their vote will count for something about society.
yes,
They are noticed. That this is really, that's why I'm saying, like, the word sounds like very, like, a big thing, but
yeah.
it's just to let women to make their own decisions, to decide about their uh, destiny, about their dreams.
Yeah, but it's, um, I see it very pragmatic,
Mm-hmm.
because if you see the history of humankind,
Mm-hmm.
it is not really the structure, the laws, they are implemented so that we can have a certain kind of structure.
Mm-hmm.
And it is the human beings defined what is moral and what is not immoral,
Mm-hmm.
based on the existing history, based on the existing cultures.
Mm-hmm.
That's why there's always a change in the
Yeah.
definition.
Yeah.
So I see it, I'm very pragmatic,
Mm-hmm.
because this is also like, it also goes with the politics, how it runs, how the politics, you know, because it's all about culture.
Yeah,
It's all
definitely.
about
Yeah.
culture. So that's, I myself, um, maybe, of course, it was sad that they could not vote,
Mm-hmm.
but it was just like the result of that per definition at that moment in time.
Yeah.
So we, in our perspective now, this is what we see that is correct per definition of what we see,
Mm-hmm.
per definition, so that we can have a better structure in our community. Maybe in 100 years from now, there also a question about this.
Yeah.
So what what will be our takeaways from for from this all of this?
Yeah. I mean, even in 10 years,
Yes,
5 years, it's gonna be not the same that I'm saying now.
yes,
Because
yes,
times nowadays change, like, really fast, and probably now I'm saying, like, things that one women for 50 or 30, I don't know, years ago wouldn't say about, like, I would never think about that, and
yes,
I'm
yeah,
telling it, and it's gonna be the same in 10 years. Maybe my kids, or I don't know, they will have other ideas, and it's
yes,
like
yes, I know.
very different what I'm saying now, because everything is moving really fast, and now I think people are more involved, like, in politics, like, what is gonna be now, with who is, like, there, who's gonna like, how everything is changing now so fast. So this is gonna be obsolete probably in 10 years or
Yes,
something. Maybe it's gonna be something normal now. Like,
yes,
we don't have to talk about this anymore, because it's
because it's
something
just normal.
normal.
Yeah,
But now, as we have to still do some work,
yes.
we are talking about that now. But hopefully in 10 years it's gonna
It
be.
should not be. It should not be
the-
the questions, or
yeah,
it's not worth discussing about it.
exactly. I hope that, really.
Yes. So I just really hope that every woman knows that that she is enough,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
she is worth, and this self worth is really very important to instill that uh, we can do more, we are limitless, and
Yeah.
we have a voice,
Mm-hmm.
and we have a story to tell.
Yeah.
Everyone has a story to tell, and all these stories should be heard, must be heard.
Yeah, definitely.
And all kind, it doesn't matter if you are poor or you're rich, you always have a story to tell,
Yeah,
right?
and it's really interesting to hear stories about other women, because
Yes,
you imagine yourself, what would you done if you were in that position, like, oh my
yes,
god, like, I can imagine me living that, because it's completely different of
it's
my
different,
background.
yeah,
But it's really important, because you learn really, really important lessons, about women's stories, like, oh my
yeah.
god, I will do that, and it can be very inspiring, like.
Inspiring is, that's why you have this YouTube channel, to a platform to spread self-love self-love, and also to hear other, other voices, other advocacy, like your motivation, that you really, although you know that you are empowered, you come here in Germany, you work, and
Yeah.
you take a rest to
Yeah.
come here, and this is also a women empowerment, that you don't, you have your dream to fulfill, you want to reach your goals, so you are not afraid coming here in the Germany with this, what kind of visa,
Yeah.
as
A job seeker visa.
job seeker visa.
Mm-hmm.
uh, you have the courage to do that. So this is also, showing that if you want to fulfill your dreams,
Yeah.
you have to take rest, but you know you cannot do that if you don't, if you don't studied, or you have some your educational background really helps you.
Yeah, that's something I want to say. Like,
Yeah,
when we say, like, if I get a job here in Germany, I
yeah,
want me to be hired because I'm capable. I
yes,
study. I have how do you say? I have experience. I have
mm,
skills.
yes,
That's why I want to be hired. I don't want to be hired just because I'm a woman. You know,
no,
because I work, because women empowerment is like you have the chance to work yourself, your self-esteem. You
yeah,
have the chance to go to college, to go to do your master,
yeah,
to bachelor, to take a language course, whatever that improves your development,
yeah,
and to work yourself, to be more self-confidence. It's
yes,
also important to have these skills,
yeah,
just
this is the skills. And I'm so, I'm glad that I know you. I know your story, because oh, you have your job, you have the visa for job seekers,
yeah,
and it's not easy to get this, and you are so lucky that you um, you found Conox,
yeah,
who really embraces different nationalities,
yeah.
because we have now about 41 nationalities at Conox, and you can see the dynamic there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because when you work with so many
nationalities.
nationalities,
Yeah,
it opens your mind,
yes,
really,
really
really
open your,
huge.
yeah,
Because you know only one way to do things, you know only one thing to communicate. But then
yeah,
when you work with 41 nationalities, you found there is more than a way to say thank you. As simple as that,
yes,
it's not only thank you. You find lots of ways to say thank you, and it's really impressive because you connect with people. Like,
mm,
it's really nice when you find someone and you connect. It's like, because you cannot do that every day,
no,
and it's really
but
nice.
yeah, and there's three L's in women empowerment. This is learning, labor, and leadership.
Yeah,
So it's really good that we have to promote education, because this really help us also to leverage our life, to change our life, to to reach our dreams.
yeah,
And labor, of course, if you don't work hard, if you don't, also the continue developing your skills, be it in technical skills or soft skills,
yeah,
you cannot also, you cannot also reach your dreams.
exactly.
Yeah.
And for that's why it's really, really important to have self-love and
Yes.
self-esteem, because you have to know yourself. You know how to know which are your limits. You know
Yes.
how you can dream, and you have
There's no
to.
limit in dreaming.
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. But like,
you know.
like, you love yourself, to respect yourself, and to be encouraged to do things, to try new things, like very crazy
Yeah.
things or very small things, because sometimes we are very afraid of very small things. But you have to be really.
Sometimes you just need to jump,
Yeah, yeah,
to
it's
jump
like,
and then swim.
yeah, exactly. It's like there's no other way to learn this. I have to
Yeah.
try it. Like,
Yeah.
there's no books, because most of the things in the life
If
there are no
there's no
books,
books,
so that
yes.
you cannot learn some things in a book,
Yeah, yeah.
So you have the only thing, or the only way that you have to learn about that, it's experience.
Experience, yeah.
It's the only thing. And don't be, I just want to say, like, don't be afraid to make, how do you say, to make mistakes.
To
Don't
make
fear about it.
mistakes.
Don't be afraid of it, because you won't learn something from that. You know, it's like,
you can only learn from your experience.
yeah,
And then the other L is leadership.
yeah,
It doesn't mean, of course, if you can lead, it's better.
mm-hmm.
But also, like, I see it that's you know, you should be the leader of your life.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
you
Yeah,
should be the leader of your life. Don't just follow others,
no,
you know, other opinion or other decision.
yeah.
You have to be the leader
And
of your life. You have to lead your life.
also don't let people to tell you what and what cannot you do. Don't let them to tell you like you cannot do this. Like they don't
Yeah,
know. The only person that you know what you can do is yourself.
you yourself. Yeah,
So yeah, it's very important to lead yourself in your life. What do you want to do? What do you don't want to do? It's very important to not let people make decisions about your life because you are the only one who's living that life.
yes,
There is no other one. There's like once I heard this uh, saying, it was very true. You are the only person that have heard about the 100% that you said. You
yes.
know, you are the only one.
You are the only one
Yeah,
because the other person, you know, this is really a very good, very powerful indeed sayings,
yeah,
because more often we think that we know the other person,
yeah,
but this is not really the truth.
mm-hmm.
The truth is that no one knows except you, and maybe sometimes we just don't also know about us because sometimes we are always in the comfort zone, but when we have to fight, then we see, oh, we see the other side of us.
yeah.
Yeah, when we are, you know, fighting something or overcoming some challenges.
Yeah, it's like for example when a friend come and they
Yeah,
say like, you know, I have a really this problem, and they told me about the problem. It's really big problem, and you haven't been in their position. You don't
yeah,
know really,
no,
but the only thing that you can do is comfort them, like you know,
yeah,
like be there, listen to them. But you cannot be very partial. You cannot be very objective about what you're saying because you are not in that
you
position.
are
The
not in the
only person
person.
that know about the situation is him. You
Yeah,
know, it's like the same when we have a problem. The only person that know 100% about this thing is us,
yeah,
ourselves.
and this is really, you know, um, a good perspective
Mm-hmm.
in ending uh, this interview. I'm Tidy. I'm really very glad that you know, I you know, you spent a time with me and this beautiful, you know, surroundings in Landau and Deresa. So this is in the Bavaria, countryside of Bavaria, and I'm really very happy. The place is really wonderful. Here we are surrounded with beautiful and, you know, old
Mm-hmm.
garden, and you can see the roses behind us, and there are lots of trees here. I love it, and yes, thank you for inviting me here.
Now, thank you very much for. Oh my God, it's a helicopter.
Yes.
Thank you very much for inviting me to this,
Yeah,
and I really enjoyed the time. I hope you
yeah,
enjoy it too. We have a
yes, of course,
helicopter.
yeah. We have the helicopter.
Something happens. And
Yeah,
yeah, I'm really happy to be here with you, and I hope this interview or my or opinions helped someone there. And yeah, I just want to let you know, like, or I would like to end up this saying, like, be kind with yourself,
yes,
really,
yeah,
be patient with yourself, and please believe on yourself.
yes. This is all about love, about self-love, and just know your value, and that you are really enough and you are capable of doing anything you want, because we are, you know, the children of God, and we are limitless.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Tidy,
Thank you,
and
Melvin.
I hope that you there, my viewers and followers, really enjoy this conversation, and you get something, or you be inspired to, you know, to lead the life that you are going, you like. And remember that the women empowerment has three L's. This is learning, learn, labor, and leadership. God bless you, and until next time, bye bye.
Bye.